I was just done with it. So we left. We're here. Now I'm looking at everything back in Toronto, in Canada, from a different perspective. I don't want to fight with you guys, those that disagree.
The study of stuff!
Hey, my dear friends, how goes it? This is Mr. Mano. This is the study of stuff. It's been a while. I haven't posted anything. I did a quick short interview, which I'll be posting soon, and I'll let you guys know about that in a second. But I wanted to do this quick message from Mano video. I wanted to talk about protesting and what's going on in the world today in terms of protesting, like protesting it or whatever. Last year, January, February, March, friends that knew me, close personal friends that have known me for a while, know that I kind of wasn't going along with what the fuck media was saying about the COVID stuff. And I was one of those people that was kind of aware that this was something a little different than you were being told early on in the game. Now, how and all that doesn't really matter right now. We could talk about that another time. But let's just say I did wonder, should I be one of those people posting videos and information, you might call it conspiracy or alternative research or whatever, because those that know me, I've been into this for about 20 years, but I didn't. So a bunch of my friends were like, how come? Why didn't you do that? Or you wanted to do this podcasting for 12 years. How come you weren't talking about all that stuff and capitalizing on the fact that the world is falling apart and all that? Well, first of all, it's great that a lot of good information was out there and people were doing that, but I chose not to. And here's what I chose to do instead. I chose to put together my own type of protest, and that was to put my family back together. Not that it was falling apart, but I mean, create unity, create community, help certain individuals that I knew kind of find their way. See what we can do that was a little bit different, because going to protests and posting information, all that is helpful to some degree, but without any action it means nothing, because then all you're doing is just putting out information. You might be educating a few people, but without action we all you end up in the same camp. Hey, those things are real now. So what did I do? I decided that I was going to focus on the people around me, the few people that kind of were interested in hearing an alternative point of view, many of whom thought I was nuts for years, and then all of a sudden we're like, hey man, like all that crazy shit you were talking about for the last 15-20 years, it's happening. What do we do? So what did we do? What we did was we got together, we discussed different types of solutions, what to do about it. Because you're always given these two choices in life. You either take the vaccine and accept the new normal, or you don't. You say, fuck you, and you fight. There's a third option. And we chose the third option, and that was kind of like, you know what? Some people want this. This is what they want. Like, you may think you don't want it, people, if you're one of those people, but you want it. You want it for many reasons. Now, I'm not going to get into those reasons, but I don't want that. And I don't want to spend my life fighting and arguing with people as to why you shouldn't take it. And I don't want to take booster shots for the rest of my life, which is fucked. You want to do that? Well, whatever. And if you do want to do that, you should do that. And you should live in that new normal and all that stuff that's coming. That's here. But for those that don't want to live like that, that don't want to sit around fighting, there's a third option. And that is get out. Leave. Get out of the system. Find ways of finance that is decentralized, that you're, dependent on yourself, because freedom isn't free. You got to work for it. Find ways of growing your own food, your own water, all this stuff. And we're not there yet. But a couple of the options we were considering, one of which was homesteading in Ontario. And for about 18 months or so, that's what we were planning. We were planning to homestead. We were planning to find ways of slowly getting off the grid, becoming independent, and living our lives the way we wanted to live them without bothering those that want to wear masks and jam shit in their fucking ass or whatever they're doing. Not that there's anything wrong about jamming shit up your ass, but you know what I mean, like those mRNAs and booster shots for life and all that kind of crazy stuff. But then started thinking, and then Mr. Justin started telling me that I can't leave the country or come into the country if I didn't comply. So, what do we do? What do we do in that scenario? Well, for years, I've had my ear to the ground and kind of, been following a lot of individuals in the alternative research community that I really like their philosophies and thinking. Many of them whom were agoristic in nature and anarcho-capitalists, true anarchists. I'm not talking about the bullshit morons, those Antifa fuckers and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real anarchism, meaning anarchos, without a ruler, without a master. I digress. So what we decided to do was come to Mexico. Why? Many reasons why. We can get that in other episodes if anyone's interested. But here in Mexico, shit's pretty free. Shit's pretty cool. We decided to put together a community, a family, tight-knit. We work together very well. We have our arguments, we have our fights. We truly do love each other, and we love freedom. Now, you can call us selfish or whatever, but we left. People are asking us to wear masks. People are asking us to not visit our families. People are asking us to feel like we're diseased and all that horse shit. People are asking us to jab shit in our fucking bodies, even though we don't want to, and there's bullshit evidence for any of it. Come on, fucking seriously, read a book. And we're the selfish ones? We're the selfish ones? I'm told I can't go to Christmas and all that. Come on. My kids gotta wear a mask going everywhere, like to school, and watching them in gym class running around with masks. That's so fucking normal. No. So we decided to leave. We left. We're gone. For now. I don't know what'll happen, but I do know that freedom to me is extremely important. It's not selfish. It's hard. You got to work for it, and I didn't really realize what that meant, freedom. How much I loved it, how much I adored it, how much I needed it, how much natural law, baby, natural law. Let's get into natural law in a couple of episodes. That's why I got into alternative research and stuff like that, was trying to understand consciousness and natural law. And from there, I got into a lot of different areas and subjects to study over the years. But really, it came down to that. What is it that makes us human? Who are we? I mean, who are we as a race? And why is that important? It's been important to me ever since I was a kid. And for those people that knew me growing up, I was always like that. So anyways, going back to the protest, my protest was to put together a family, to put together a community, to put together people that really wanted to just live, man. Just live. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to do. We're in Mexico. So far, it's pretty awesome. I mean, some of us are having a harder time than others adjusting, but we're doing this together. I mean, we fell apart together, and we're putting ourselves back together, meaning that it was a tough ride. Our journey is interesting. I'll tell you about it in another video if anyone's interested, or an episode of the podcast. But I just wanted to put it out there that there is always a third way. You don't have to do the new normal thing, that dance. You don't have to sit around and, if you decide not to do it, and sit and fight with people all day long and argue with them and have them talk to you in a certain way and treat you in a certain way, and you ask for facts and you don't get them. Anyways, that's a different video altogether. Like I said that like 10 times. There's like 10 videos layered in this one video. Bottom line is, you don't have to. There's a third option, and that third option is let those people that want the new normal have the new normal. Give it to them. Let them have it. They think you're diseased, whatever. Just leave. Or you could stay there and just argue with everyone. I'm not sure I would consider that, for me at least, very effective, because that's something we've all noticed. Whatever side of the camp you fall on, the other person, you feel that they're, brainwashed or whatever. I was just done with it. So we left. We're here. Now I'm looking at everything back in Toronto, in Canada, from a different perspective. Like, I'm not inundated with all the bullshit. I have had 2 weeks to think. I can think clearly now. I feel less threatened by all the horseshittery. You know, I go into a store, I don't have to wear a mask. You know, I really don't. And then wherever you have to here, it's just like pretend. No one really wants you to wear it or cares if you wear it. If you just like pretend like you're wearing it, I mean like down underneath your chin, no one bugs you. And that's some places. But the majority of the places, no masks, man. No masks. No one asks me about my personal health information. No one treats me like a malaka. And I'm happy. I'm happy. I breathe air. It's fucking beautiful air. I eat really clean, good food. Fluoride? There's none here. GMOs? They're not allowed. Would I say it's easy? No. For me, I like it. I adjusted pretty well, but it's not easy. Some of us are having a harder time adjusting, but I'm extremely proud of this group because even they're adjusting pretty damn quick. And one of the reasons is freedom. Freedom is not free. Please remind yourself of that. If you want it, and you don't have to want it. There's a lot of people that don't, and that's okay. If you don't want freedom, you want to be told what to do or being taken care of by mommy and daddy state, hey man, that's your choice. And that's a choice. That's your choice. But for me, I don't want to fight with you guys, those that disagree. For me, I wanted to give those that didn't want to do the new normal to show you that maybe there's another choice, whatever. No, I mean, I didn't do it for that reason. I did it for myself, my family, my child, to live free, and hopefully it may inspire others to do something similar. Now, you don't have to come to Mexico to be free. That's not what I'm saying. If you're gonna stay where you are and you want to be free, well, friends, set yourself up to be free. Be independent, and I mean, it's not gonna happen overnight, but just start walking towards that goal of being free of being told what to do, and that means having your own source of income that's not tied into some bullshit job that's gonna, make you believe horse shit. I mean, we should get into that one, like fucking dumb shit that I had to say. I didn't say I believed it, but I was like, the fuck you believe, man? Where I used to work. Come on. They don't even know. Okay, now we're gonna start talking about that. I don't want to talk about that yet. Now, friends, you can do it, but to be free, you have to slowly wean your way off the titty of mommy and daddy state. Try to find ways of fending for yourself, so that if you're being forced to do things to keep a job or to have a bank account, like what the fuck is that? Or like you choose what you put in your body. I mean, those guys that are like boostering it up. How many boosters? You subscribed, you fucker. You subscribed. It's a subscription to Netflix, guy. Get that shit in your arm so that you can work. And you can. Okay, I digress. I'm going off. Sorry, it's been a while since we've done this. I'm drinking coffee. I've had a wonderful 2 weeks. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Freedom's not free, my friends. Work towards it if you want it. And if you don't, hey man, jab it up. Wear that fucking mask. Bye.